Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Good day everyone. I'm Ratna Januarita, representing Postgraduate Program and Law Faculty of Universitas Islam Bandung, to present the research result that conducted by me and my senior colleague, Pak Dr. Muhammad Faiz Muhfidi. This video presentation is submitted to the third Social and Humanities Research Symposium that has been annually held by the LPPM Unisba. In terms of providing presentation flow, I will start with providing background of the study and then formulate the research through the two research queries and guide by the research method, and then back up by literature review, continue with the section that provide findings and then blend them in a discussion, and finally I will wrap up in a conclusion. We noted that COVID-19 pandemic has been going on for almost 1 year. It has been a great disruption to human life across the globe. All parties at any social level are having hard times dealing with disturbing disruption, and the virus is known very contagious and deadly to some people. And therefore, various methods have been taken by all parties, from social distancing and isolation to regional lockdowns. In addition, government has also obliged the citizen to always wearing masks, washing hands, and keep your distance. Unfortunately, this difficult situation becomes even more precarious as the pandemic enters its fourth or fifth month in April-May 2020. In turn, this unfortunate circumstance created a multiplier effect on the implementation of various business agreements or contracts that have been made by the business parties prior to the pandemic. And at the time, a number of mass media informed the emergence of various business problems as a result of the COVID-19 outbreak. The implication includes renegotiation, contract termination, and the worst one is contract cancellation before it starts. It all happened as a domino effect of decreasing income of party or the parties that influenced their capacities to fulfill the contracts. I believe that none of us want a situation this bad, but in general life, risk is almost exists, including the business activities. And as Warren Buffett said, that risk comes from not knowing what we are doing, meanwhile opportunities comes from knowing what we are doing. Therefore, in terms of preserving sustainability of business, managing the risks is one of the best corporate governance implementation, and one of the risk types that should be properly managed is legal risk. In this regard, our research focuses on matters related to contracts that have been made prior to the outbreak, and we formulate the problems into two questions as follows. The first one is how is the legal risk management of contracts in COVID-19 pandemic situations based on the ISO 31022 that issued in 2020 framework. And the second one, how are the Islamic values in the contract related to the vision of long-term business relations? And as for the research method, we use an approach of normative juridical by conducting research on secondary data in the field of law, both in the form of primary legal materials, includes applicable laws and regulations that relevant to the research topic, and secondary legal materials that include studies and researches which are the work of legal experts, journals, internet sources, that all relevant to contract law, legal risk management, ISO 3122, and relevant Islamic values. And also the data collection technique used in this study was conducted literary studies in terms of obtaining secondary data in the form of official documents, books, research reports that relevant to the research topic. The research specification in this paper is descriptive analytical that describes the legal principles and theories that relevant to contract law, the importance of managing legal risk, and also justification from Islamic values. In this presentation, I will not explore this literature review due to the time constraint. However, I would like to use this opportunity to highlight some of principles divided in the Indonesian contract law and also inventory briefly some of the crowning values in Islam. There are three main principles in contract law, namely freedom of contract, pacta sunt servanda, and good faith, which are accommodated in Article 1338 of the Indonesian Civil Code, which is in the inheritance regulation of Dutch colonialism. And in addition, contract law still maintains a number of supporting principles such as privacy of contract, proportionality, binding force, trust, and many others. We also made a brief inventory on Islamic values that relevant to risk management, includes but not limited, of course, Quran Surah An-Nisa, Quran Surah Yusuf, and also Quran Surah Al-Hasyr. Our findings includes that many of organizations or corporations have lack of understanding on risk management, especially to consider the legal risk as one of risk types that should be considered in their business activities. Hence, the COVID-19 disrupts their routine activities, and of course, to the contract in particular. They simply considering the outbreak as force majeure, and then renegotiation, terminating the contract, or even wrap in the worst one, contract cancellations. We found that risk culture has not embedded in business activities. Therefore, this factual condition could exacerbate the difficult circumstance. We noted that ISO 31022 is a newly born standard in ISO family. So we assume that this ISO will need more sufficient time to penetrate its benefit to the business world. And we also face some challenges to find study on contract using issues during the COVID outbreak, especially with the perspective of Islamic values. And based on the mentioned findings, we analyzed that ISO 31022 as a derivative of ISO 31000 provides principles and generic guidelines and legal risk management that's suitable to any types of organization. ISO 31022 adopts 8 essential principles in ISO 31000 that list in this slide. We also apply the issues to the risk management process based on ISO 31022 as displayed in the following slide. This is a process of legal risk management that introduced by ISO 31022 that cascaded from the ISO 31000. And according to the ISO 31022, the process of legal risk management starts with establishing the relevant context and criteria. This stage aims to design a risk management process in accordance with the needs of the organization or company and provide supports for effective risk management and proper risk treatment in due course, of course. And in determining the context, it is necessary to divide between the external and internal context by understanding the environment in both externally and internally. For example, in terms of contract, the external context is the environment in which the contract is executed. ISO 31022 includes several things that need to be considered and be included as the external context of a contract. For example, all actions or omissions of third parties, applicable international agreements and memoranda of understanding, third-party action and claims, the law of the country where the provided product or service is delivered or supplied. And as for the international context, it refers to the condition of the internal environment with all the strengths and weaknesses that can trigger risks, both that have positive impacts and those that have negative impacts. Risk criteria are determining by predetermining the size and type of risk that can be taken or rejected. With regard to the legal risk of contracts that were made before the outbreak and then experiencing difficulties due to the multiplier effect, the parties can press the new start button for legal risk management of the ongoing contract. So I believe that this process of legal risk management will not have sufficient allocation to describe in this presentation due to the comprehensive steps to undertake. Meanwhile, we have time constraints. However, I should mention that by following all steps in the process of legal risk management in the ISO 31022, it will help the organization for effective legal risk management. That is the bold bottom line. And as for the Islamic values on managing legal risk on contract in COVID-19 outbreak, we collect some of essentials in Quran Surah Al-Anbiya, Surah Sabah, Surah Al-Fatihah, Surah An-Nisa, Surah Yusuf, and Surah Al-Hasyr. And of course, we can find many more verses in the 114 surah available in the Holy Quran that are relevant with the risk management, contract, outbreak, as well as maintaining good relationship. And finally, we conclude that legal risk management of contract during the COVID outbreak can be conducted by adopt or adapt the ISO 31022 as it is a good alternative framework and provide systematic, universal, and accommodative framework as demonstrated in the process of legal risk management. And Islam as a religion provides generic, comprehensive, and strong fundamental values in the Quran and Hadith that guideline the legal risk management of contract in the hard circumstances like COVID pandemic. Islamic values also encourage parties of contract to consider more moral aspects, helping each other and prioritizing the long-term business relationship. And thank you for watching my presentation. Have a wonderful and always blessed day. Billahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.